In 480 BCE, one of the most famous last stands in history took place at a narrow mountain pass in Greece known as Thermopylae. At this time, the powerful Achaemenid Empire, led by King Xerxes I, launched a massive invasion of Greece. His army, believed to number in the hundreds of thousands, moved south across land and sea with the goal of conquering the independent Greek city-states. Facing this enormous threat, a small alliance of Greek forces gathered to defend their homeland. Among them were 300 elite warriors from the city of Sparta. The Greeks chose Thermopylae as their defensive position because of its unique geography. The pass was extremely narrow, squeezed between steep mountains and the sea. This meant that the massive Persian army could not use its full strength at once. Instead, only a limited number of soldiers could attack at a time. For the Greek defenders, this natural bottleneck offered the best chance to slow the advancing invasion. When the Persian army finally reached Thermopylae, Xerxes expected the Greeks to surrender immediately. Instead, King Leonidas and his men stood their ground. According to ancient accounts written by the historian Herodotus, the Spartans and their allies fought with. For 2 days, the Greek defenders successfully blocked the Persian advance. The narrow battlefield prevented the Persians from surrounding them, forcing them to fight directly against the well-trained Greek warriors. Even the elite Persian unit, known as the Immortals, struggled to break through the Spartan line. The defenders used the terrain to their advantage, rotating soldiers in formation and maintaining a solid defensive wall of shields and spears. But the balance of the battle changed because of betrayal. A local Greek man named Ephialtes of Trachis revealed a hidden mountain path that allowed Persian forces to move around the pass and attack the defenders from behind. When Leonidas learned that the Persian army was about to surround them, he made a difficult decision. He dismissed most of the Greek forces so they could retreat and continue the fight later. However, Leonidas and his 300 Spartans chose to stay and hold the pass. Alongside the Spartans were several hundred Thespian soldiers and a smaller number from Thebes. Together, they prepared for what would become one of the most legendary last stands in military history. Surrounded by Persian forces and facing overwhelming numbers, the defenders fought with determination until the very end. King Leonidas himself was killed in the battle, and the surviving Spartans continued fighting fiercely to protect his body. Eventually, the Persian army overwhelmed the defenders. The final Greek soldiers were cut down after exhausting their weapons and strength. Although later that same year, the Greeks would achieve major victories against Persia, including the decisive naval battle of Salamis, which crippled the Persian fleet. Over time, the story of Thermopylae spread throughout history as an example of bravery against overwhelming odds, standing together to defend their homeland against one of the largest armies the ancient world had ever seen. Their sacrifice transformed a military defeat into a legend that continues to inspire people more than 2,000 years later.